Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. And today I have put all of my Jolly Bar sampler blocks up, like I said I would, up. That way I can work on getting that finished. But first, I want to ask you something so that you can leave me a comment here at YouTube and tell me your opinion. Next week, Wednesday, is the day before Christmas, is Christmas Eve. I'm willing to do like a 5-minute hello video, 8-minute, 10-minute, something, you know, it probably wouldn't be 5, it'd probably be more like 10-minute video, just to sort of touch base before Christmas. If you're interested in me doing that, I'm thinking just to keep the momentum going that I've gotten back to doing the weekly video for you and for me, rather than right away taking another break. I'm filming like once a week. I'm sewing maybe once a week. That's really all that's my interest level right now. So it might just be more of a chit chat, or no, who knows? Maybe I will sew those together. Anyway, whatever it is, if you are interested in that, leave a comment here at YouTube, or you can go to the fireside chat at Facebook if you prefer to write right there. Okay. Also, please download this so that you know what I am hoping to be able to do this coming year, in 2026, through like to the summer, what I do through July. With one video a week, I can't do as much stuff. And so I'm doing the things I've already made commitments for, earlier last year, or when I thought things wouldn't go like they did, so anyways, be sure you download this, because some of you are like thinking I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, and I'm not. And so you need to look here, and this is downloadable right at my website. Okay, first of all, whoops, I just dropped my remote. Hold on. Let me grab that. Okay, oops, that's that. The Jolly Bar. Oh, it's over here. I got it up there, and this is from this book. So we went through, and the Fat Quarter Shop is hosting this, and there's a bunch of other people sewing. So hopefully, if you needed to see it each week, you were checking out their things and watching everything there. So mine are all up, and I have a few little things that I observed, because once you kind of get them all on the wall, it is much easier, because the diagram you couldn't do like exactly the fabrics, because it's too tedious for anybody to color it that way. So there's adjustments, and then I had to make some more here. So let's take a look. So much better. I could do a dark peach. It really doesn't matter a whole lot. It just needs to be, I didn't want to do green, because you got green going across like that, and there's aqua, peach, stripes. So I thought I'd make it would equal. And this is because I had another Jolly Bar of this fabric. But you could just substitute something from your own fabrics, or look at what is left. But if you were following exact placement of these by any chance, and that is so much better. It's just one of the other aquas from the other Jolly Bar I had. So much better. Another thing I'm seeing is that there's no gray in these two. I could rotate, and maybe rotate this block so the gray is this way, and then put it in this position and put that one in that position. So I'm going to try that. Yeah, I like that better. And this is what happens at the very end. You can rotate these blocks. It is not magical that one is in one position or the other. They're piece blocks. I'm looking more for color, so that I had the gray balanced just a little bit better. So, okay, that is a wrap for me. I am really happy with that. And it's not that much to sew it together. So I sew it together, and I believe there's a border around the outside, a little white border. I'm using this fabric from Corey Yoder for this one. And the backing I got from that fabric line as well. So there's the backing. Okay, I also did put together my 100 blocks that were not 100 blocks. The blocks I did from the 100 block book, the amount of green blocks that I did, I put those together. So let me show you just a bunch of things around here, including that. We'll start off here because now I need to clean up my green fabric since I finally went ahead and sewed together as many blocks as I had done for the 100 block book. That's a Tula Pink book, 100 modern quilt blocks. And this is all I got done. And it actually fits in a couple of spots perfectly. And so I have some green fabric now. Ta-da-da-da-da, green fabric that... This was my working basket. Let me move that light. This was the working basket that I was thinking I didn't have that much pulled. Oh my goodness. And then this is what I was not working from. And that's 2 full baskets of green. So I don't know that I want 2 full baskets of green. I don't necessarily always use that much green. Let me show you down below here a second. This is where the green, that one, lives. And this is Christmas and this is Halloween. So I've pared those 2 down. So what I'm thinking is one of those 2, because I just don't know that right now I have the brain power to actually eliminate an entire basket of green fabric. So one of these 2 I will put actually over in this little tower because this is empty. And this should be empty because it is a scrappy project and it's from that year where I sewed all of my scraps together and then I've been using them, and I was using these blocks from here we go. These were the blocks that I was making, and they're from this book by my friends Shannon and Jason. And so, you know, I've got stuff pretty much moved along on it. Not how many blocks do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe I should go ahead and make 6 blocks, and then I can just empty this. This is the kind of stuff I need to do, is kind of work through like what can I do to get this done. And I want to get this one done because I do want to sew all of those scraps up into something. But I then can put maybe the Christmas and the Halloweens up here because, you know, I obviously don't use Christmas and Halloween all year long. I don't need to get to it that much. Here are cuts of Tiny Secrets and then the Virginia Quilt Museum fabric that's, you know, not on the bolts. This is a bunch of cross-stitch stuff. And then down here are mini irons and sprays and some other things like that, cords. So this is what I need to do. I need to, because I cannot, I mean, I can maybe get rid of some of this, but I don't really have the energy, the decision-making energy to go like, yeah, I want to not trash it. I would just give it to the charity group to sew with. So I don't know. It's like there's a whole bunch of solid. Maybe I'll give them that. I don't know. I have to think about that. Okay, let's look at another spot. My beautiful flowers I put over here. I am seriously thinking of putting a flower stand here. I think I can fit one in about here and then move that chair over a little bit. I'm actually going to find a new home for the gray roller, bring it down to one less rolling cart because I have 2 turquoise which are now both over there. And I don't need 2 turquoise. I need to take stuff off of them, just get it down to 1 and put one turquoise here with this stuff in it. So, okay, so that's that. I want to put a plant stand here of some sort, try and figure that out. This is a beautiful gardenia that Benartec sent me. And it's got 1 bloom and there are others. I have never had one before, so that's awesome. And then Fat Quarter Shop sent me this gorgeous orchid, and is this a philodendron? I don't know what this is, but I love it. So, and then I have Gina sent me a card, and Beth sent me some cards, and this beautiful pop-up is from, and Yummy Starbucks is from Lauren. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I have to show you this. From Janice, Life is Short by the Scissors. She just gets me, right? You all know that I just cannot pass scissors by, particularly if they're cute or unique. Love them. And this is so perfect. I'm just going to leave it up here and enjoy it for a while. And over here, I decided to get myself, during the Black Friday sales, I decided to get myself some bog bags. I don't know if you're familiar with bog bags. And there's, of course, a lot of these now that are not the brand. But this company started in 2011. They are designed to be pretty indestructible. Like I saw an interview where they said it's kind of like the Crocs of bags, which I think is kind of true. And I just have always wanted one. The first time I saw them was on a cruise ship. Doesn't come with it. It doesn't come with it. They're plain, and then you can get accessories. Like I have the phone holder there, and it comes with that zipper bag. So you get the zipper bag. But I've always wanted them. When I was on a cruise way back when, they had them in the gift shop, and I was like, those are pretty darn cool. But at the time, I decided not to get one. I don't know. I love bags. I'm a bag lady. And so I thought I might put my knitting thing in this one and then just use this one to do just regular, things that I do, everyday things that I do. These are my Advent that goes with those little houses I showed you on the other video. So I'm just taking this out. I actually have a bunch of these cut. I don't know how much I cut, how many blocks I was going to do, but maybe I'll just go ahead and reevaluate all of this. I don't know why I have those in there. They were things done on the embroidery machine. And so, what is that? Some sort of weird thing. I don't want that. Okay. Now I will take that Christmas and Halloween, and I will restructure things a little bit here. And thank you to everybody who has sent me Starbucks cards. I'm enjoying a peppermint mocha at the moment, using my mouse pad as a as a giant coaster. I switched the top one, which was lights with like novelty lights, to the green, so they're together. The greens are together. And then here's all these novelty lights, which is very, very full. I should do another quilt using them or try to incorporate them in other things. And then here is that project, because I do think, taking more look at it, it's like, yeah, I definitely know I have to do something with the blocks, because I made a mental commitment to all those blocks I made, the scrap blocks, to do something. And so there we go with that. And here is the Halloween and the Christmas. Forgot to mention, I got the snowflake shirt out, and I have it in red, comes in other colors. It's great for your January, February outfits to have a little snowflake. And as I'm taping this, we did have a little bit of snow last night, but it wasn't very much. I am sewing the backing so that I can take it to my friend who does my long arming. This is what I'll use for the backing from my Gratitude and Grace. And then I originally was going to use the plaid for the binding, but I think, I know because I've already cut it. I decided I didn't want the plaid, and so I'm using this because it gives a lightness of the design. So I'm using the same fabric as the backing for the binding, which I tend to go with a darker one like this, something more solid looking, but I think this will be fun to do. And hey, it's fun to try something else every so often. Plus, I wanted to show you another little something that, it's bigger than little. So Pat in Ohio sent me a box, and it was a bit of a big box. And there were yummy things in there, and even some yellow ones, the traditional peeps. Greg has been claiming these. Can I eat these yet? Can I eat these yet? And I'm like, okay, now that I've filmed, you could eat them. But not only that, but she sent me something quite wonderful. Here we go. So I'm going to just show. She sent me this gorgeous sewing box, the kind, the accordion kind. And I haven't put the feet on yet, Pat, but they're in there to put on. Look at this. Look at that. Now, Pat remembered that quite a while back, I've talked about these sewing boxes because I have this little one, which actually was considered a toy sewing box, but you know, it's red and it's this little accordion box, and I said that I always thought it would be wonderful to have regular size, you know, adult size sewing box. And so Pat sent this to me. Oh, so sweet. Mwah, mwah. All right, my friends, I am, as of today, almost done with the kitty. There we go. This is the one Wendy and I have been doing. Wendy finished hers. I think she's shared it in the fireside chat over at Facebook, so you can go over there and look. She finished hers and had a little extra smile on it, which is so darling. This is the pattern that we were sewing together, and we're going to pick another one. And we had picked it to sew together, and I'm waiting for the Fat Quarter Shop to have it in stock. And then, so probably not next week, probably the week after, they'll probably have it in stock. If for some reason it is stock next week and you vote that I should do a short little video, I'll tell you about it. Okay, my friend, I'm excited for you to be working on the Jolly Bar quilt. There's so many great projects in there, and there we go. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.